Good morning, my lovely ones. It's Mitch here, and I'm just coming on to do this Monday's guidance reading. So today I'm feeling very connected to work with one of my favourite decks, which is quite a gothic deck, which is the Bones Arcana Tarot. And this deck is by Junad Mortimer. I just put the name there so you can see. But it's a really cool kind of cheeky little gothic deck, this one. So before we look at the cards and see what the message is for this week, we just need to talk about last night's show. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that came to support me at my night over in Kerryford Community Hall in Castle Kerry. It was a beautiful show. Thank you very much. It's quite a weird show in parts as well. We had some I got sprayed with my water bottle, which I swear was not me. It felt like as I was opening the lid, someone, I think it was a spirit, just almost pushed it and it all popped up and sprayed all down my side. So that was kind of embarrassing. So I was being kind of cleansed with water in my own show, but it was all fine. You've got to laugh it off, haven't you, really? But I think some people were quite surprised last night, that kind of I have emotion. I actually am not made of stone, because despite having sometimes resting bitch face, because there were a lot of messages coming through last night that were really touching me. There was a couple of times when you guys nearly broke me. So there was particularly two messages that just really sort of resonated with my heart. And basically what it was, two beautiful guys, very young, kind of passed over to spirit through their own hands, so via suicide. And what was really sad with that is like they were feeling persecuted for not being able to be out and proud with their sexuality. And as a, gay open man and as an open gay witch, I just found it so sacrificial. And I think it's really important to know, when you do mediumship, it's not just listening to the words that come in from spirit. There's so much more than that. So, the vocabulary is one thing, but you're also feeling the emotions, you're feeling the physical sensations of what took place. You're being shown so much stuff, not just through sound and voice, but there's so much more to it. And I was feeling their pain last night, and it was making my eyes glaze over. It was making me feel like my voice was warbling a couple of times, because I could feel the regret and just that sort of real persecution. And for me, as a physical person, it pisses me off, because I feel we should all be able to be in this world as ourselves, whether you're gay, whether you're transgender, whether you're bisexual, whether you're curious and discovering what you are, whether you're black, white, Asian, somewhere in the middle, whether you're a Smurf and you're blue. It's like, it's not a thing. Why should we be persecuting others for living our life? I just don't get the ignorance. And last night, one of the messages, they were saying that ignorance still continues. They still can't be accepted fully, even in death. And it did nearly break me as a medium to have to pass that on. And it was very beautiful and very healing for both, the gentleman in the spirit world, and also for the people in the audience. But being that voice for that to be travelled and to carried, I just could feel it, So yeah, it did get me a little bit last night. But I also think it's important because it shows my work is real, that I get touched myself by the messages, because I have no idea what's going to come out my mouth until I sort of stand up on the stage. But it was a great show. So thank you so much for making it special. Sorry that I got drenched. It was interesting. It was a cool night. But I've had some really lovely feedback, so that's nice. Anyway, let's look at this week's cards. So these are the cards. Let's give them a knock. Let's give them a shuffle. Let's see what the message is for this Monday and the coming week ahead. Channeling these cards for the highest of good. Let's just see what we are looking at. Interesting. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a time for victory. So it's interesting we're sort of talking about persecution and everything else, because Six of Wands is really wanting you to sort of stop, to look at your world, to look at how your life is, to what it's made up of, and to really just celebrate this moment. Forget about your plans, forget about where you want to be moving forward, forget about the adventures that are still to come. Let's just pause and let's celebrate, and let's be enough for ourselves in these moments of change, in these moments of sort of power, in these moments of vulnerability. Let's just be proud enough and brave enough and real enough to celebrate being ourself, being us. So often with the Six of Wands, it really shows up if you've been through quite a personal kind of journey. So some of you might have been through quite kind of heavy battles. Those could be around work or career. Those could be within relationships and family dynamics, friendship circles. This comes in a lot when people are on quite sort of aggressive health journeys, and maybe they're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, or even if they're not necessarily having the end goal, maybe there's been this sort of acceptance or this understanding of how life is going to be, and just celebrating and really living in this immediate state of now. Because when all is said and done, this moment is the only thing we have true access over. This is the only thing we have true power over. So let's really make this something special, something good, and be proud of who you are. Six of Wands can also show in sort of little wins as well. So maybe some of you have just started new jobs, and maybe it's a little bit of a sort of pat on your back and a celebration for the new journey that unfolds for you. There could be some sort of workshops or courses or other types of kind of learning that you've been doing, and you've maybe kind of qualified or got some new skills under your belt, and there could be some wins and victories there. It could just be that life is hard for you, it's tangible day to day, and you're showing up and you're not giving up. That could be for some of you just what this is, So the wins can be big, they can be small, they can be indifferent, but there's always something to celebrate. There's always something to actually really be proud of when we look deep enough. For some people, it might not be obvious. We might have to look a bit deeper, but there's always something to be proud of. And I think, this is really what this sort of tarot is wanting to celebrate for us this week. So this is quite a nice message, definitely leading on from, from my show personally, but I think it's a nice message for us individually for the week as well. We're always a work in progress, and it was clear last night, even in the spirit world, yes, there's peace, there's the lack of physical suffering, but there's still ongoing healing that happens in the spirit world, And I don't think that we're ever the finished article. I don't think that we're ever the finished version of ourselves, whether it be in this life or the next. I think there's always ongoing learning, ongoing evolving, But just be proud of where you find yourself at this stage in your journey of life. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to leave that with you, and I hope it resonates. What do I need to let you know about? A couple of cheeky shouts. First of all, just to let you know, tonight I'm over in Hensbridge doing Amy Michelle's wellness evening. I am now fully booked for reads, so thank you very much if you've secured your space to come and see me there. Please remember that it's cash on the night only. If you can bring the right money, that would be amazing, because I don't always have a huge amount of change. Thank you very much. Sorry, that was really cheeky. And then what else do I need to let you know about? I'm doing quite a lot of Zooms this week, so thank you very much if you've booked to see me on a Zoom session. And then sort of Saturday, I'm praying that we don't have any rain, because I'm doing my hand fasting for a beautiful couple. So that's probably going to make me quite teary, but in another way, but in a good way. And then on Sunday, I am back over at Evelyn's Fair in Avebury. I haven't done Avebury for a while because dates have kept clashing, and it wasn't aligning for different reasons. But this Sunday, I'm over in Avebury. So if you want to come and see me, drop me a message. We can book you in for a space. It would be great to see you there. Mum also will be in Avebury as well with her stall. So if you want to sort of, big orb, I don't know if you guys saw that, but a huge orb just went past. I keep getting loads of orbs on these videos at the moment. Mum will be there with some sparkly goodies as well on Sunday. So pop along, say hello. It'd be lovely to see some of you. And yeah, happy days. So have a cool one. Look after yourselves, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Remember the celebrations, the victories, the wins, and be enough for you, because your opinion is the only one that matters. Other people can judge, other people can have ideas about your life, but as long as you're living in truth for you, that's enough. You are enough. So, going to leave it with you. Have a cool one. Catch up soon. Bye for now.